Listen, Labour backbenchers just launched a full-scale mutiny against Starmer's nuclear plans, and this one's properly messy. We're talking 40 MPs ready to rebel, wildlife charities forming an alliance like it's the Avengers, and the Prime Minister caught between saving the planet and, well, saving the planet differently. Oh, and there's something called a fish disco that cost £50 million. I'm not joking. And what triggered this unprecedented move? Starmer's trying to bulldoze through environmental regulations to build nuclear plants faster, and his own backbenchers have decided this is the hill they're willing to die on. This isn't just another internal Labour squabble. We're talking about a coalition of the Wildlife Trusts, the RSPB, the National Trust, and the Woodland Trust all united against the government. When Britain's nicest charities are forming a resistance movement, you know something's gone properly sideways. Hit subscribe if you want the daily dose of political chaos delivered with actual analysis, because this story's got everything. Let me fill you in on what's been happening. Britain is currently the most expensive place in the world to build nuclear reactors. The Fingleton Review, that's economist John Fingleton, tasked with figuring out why we can't build anything without spending a fortune, found our regulatory system is confusing and duplicative, prioritizing process over actually getting things done. And here's where it gets mental. Developers at Hinkley Point C were forced to spend £700 million on fish protection measures, including £50 million on an underwater sound system they literally called a fish disco, to save one salmon per year. One salmon. Let that sink in. But here's where the rubber meets the road. And before we go any further, let's be real for a second. This is Labour fighting Labour while the country watches like it's an awkward family dinner nobody wanted to attend. Starmer's already said the government accepts the principle of scrapping these regulations, promising an implementation plan by late February. Meanwhile, 40 backbenchers and every wildlife charity in Britain are circulating briefings claiming this will turn the nature crisis into a catastrophe. Here's where it gets interesting. Chris Hinchcliffe, the Labour MP coordinating the rebellion, isn't mincing words. His warning this is a real vote loser and a misstep the government cannot afford. Translation: mess with the bats and newts, lose the next election. Now here's the kicker. On the opposite side, Britain Remade published a letter from businesses and think tanks urging Starmer to press ahead, calling reform essential if we want to create jobs, tackle climate change, and cut energy bills. So Starmer's got environmentalists telling him protecting nature is vital for the environment, while pro-nuclear campaigners are telling him nuclear is vital for the environment. It's like watching someone try to solve a Rubik's Cube while wearing oven mitts. If you're enjoying this breakdown, go ahead and subscribe because this is only getting messier. So let's break down what this actually means for normal people. First, the immediate political impact is catastrophic. 40 Labour MPs openly rebelling 20 months into government shows Starmer's authority is wobbling. Second, the broader implications mean energy bills stay high while we debate whether newts deserve legal representation. Third, the electoral consequences could be devastating. Polling shows the British public wants stronger nature protections, not weaker ones. Alienate the environmentally conscious vote, and Labour's majority starts looking shaky. So here's the deal. Starmer's trying to build nuclear plants to solve climate change while his own MPs accuse him of declaring a confected war on nature. He's caught between spending £50 million on fish discos or admitting we've created a regulatory shambles that makes building anything impossible. Keep an eye on this. That implementation plan drops late February, and whichever way Starmer jumps, someone's going to be furious. Subscribe if you want tomorrow's inevitable drama delivered with the same energy, because when Labour's fighting itself over saving salmon versus saving the planet, you know the chaos is far from over.